Press Start Podcast.
And welcome back to the Press Start Podcast. I'm your host, Vic, aka Mr. Never Chillin', and this is episode number 191. This week I'm joined by my co host, Roger, aka Lunatic Oblivion. What is going on, my friend?
Not much. How are you today?
Yeah, pretty good, my friend. I just coming off the high of literally just rolling through the credits of Pragmata. Easily my game of the year as of right now. That game was fucking absolutely phenomenal from start to finish. No laws, no hiccups, no issues. It's a looker. It plays great. The combats, the puzzles, the connection between you and Diana in the game, like it's just probably one of the greatest gaming experiences I've ever played. To be honest with you, but yeah, man, I'm trying to roll through the high on that, but yeah, man, I've been pretty good outside of gaming. I've been obviously big on my card collecting. A bunch of my videos and stuff have been going up. I've been ripping packs live and whatnot. And actually, the other day I did finally pull this. I pulled a case hit of this
Mhm.
fanatical case hit of Baker Mayfield. It's about like $140 card. We're all right now, so that's not too bad. Also pulled
Cool.
this pink X Factor of Shador Sanders. It's about a $40 card. So I mean, basically got my money back right there and just in two cards, and that was really exciting. Really enjoying this card thing that I'm doing right now.
Mhm.
But yeah, other than that, man, just cool and living life, enjoying what I can and having fun with the fam. What about you, man?
Just right now, spending a lot of time doing Warhammer. That's my biggest thing at the moment. Thursdays and Saturdays, I spend my days doing that, and throughout the week, I try to work on some of the Warhammer stuff. But playing games in between work.
Hell yeah, man. So yeah, let's just talk about what we've been playing. Obviously, I've already talked about the one game I've been mainly playing has been most of my time, and I beat it. But yeah, man, which one you want to talk about here on your list today?
Honestly, it's the same things I've been playing. I did in anticipation of Total War Warhammer 40K. I have gone back to Total War Warhammer 3 recently. Just excited for the 40K variant to come out.
Yeah. So this one's been out for a little while. I'm going to assume on that one.
Many years, many
Yeah.
years. Ooh, a lot.
When does the new one drop? Is it this year or is that a next year?
We have no release date, but it should hopefully be this year, is from what I'm understanding.
Gotcha. Hell yeah, man. So the other game I got to play was Vampire Crawlers. Obviously we talked about it on last week's episode, and I was like, yeah, I got it. I have it downloaded. I actually downloaded it live on stream right from my phone, and yeah, gave it a go. It's quite an interesting experience. It's a completely different take on the whole like of Vampire Survivors, but on this one because I've never don't think I've ever played a game quite like this. So it's definitely an interesting one. I don't. It doesn't feel as like gripping or like keeping me like, oh, I need to play another one. I need to play another one. I don't have that feeling for this
Mhm.
one. So this might be a game that I like dabble in like here and there every once in a while. But yeah, man, it's just to me, it's not living up to the same hype as the OG Vampire Survivors.
That's fair.
Yeah, but the other one I guess it's similar is what is it? Slay the Spire, is that the one that's on your list? That's similar to that one.
Yeah, so this Vampire Crawlers would be similar to Slay the Spire. Vampire Crawlers, the game is meant to clear out each floor as opposed to with Vampire Crawlers being the whole floor. Slay the Spire 2 cares about just clearing out one floor, one direction. So you have a set number of fights that you're always going to do or a set number of rooms you're going to go to, whereas vampire crawlers can have a different number every time that you go to a floor. So like this time you may get 3 events, 5 enemies. Next time you might get 6 enemies, 2 events. And so it really is more RNG based with vampire crawlers than that of like Slay the Spire, but doesn't make it any less good in the genre. It's just different.
Yeah. So just one last game I wanted to cover here on my end was Apex Legends. Got played a couple of matches, not as much as I have been over the past few weeks, but I really wanted to highlight it because new character and events have dropped. So I'm gonna get the trailer up on screen for that one. Um, But it's just like, man, I just can't believe like they're. It's almost getting to the point like League of Legends with like how many characters like some of these games start to have.
Mhm.
And it almost becomes overwhelming because then it's like, which one is the meta? Like, I'm struggling with playing with games where like there has to be a meta. Otherwise, like you
Well,
can't play with anything else.
the thing is, though, like, just play with what you're best at, and there's enough characters that at some point it becomes real easy for the character you're playing to be hard for everyone else to deal with because they don't see it as often.
Right.
So, like, meta is really for the players who need a crutch sometimes, or the players that are so beyond your skill that they're just gonna trounce you with whatever they use.
Right. Yeah, so like my main character is Caustic, and like apparently that barely anybody plays that one, but he can be extremely annoying, playing
Mhm,
against him. But nonetheless, this new character Axel, like she's like a speed demon. Like she's basically has like a rocket on her back, that she
mhm,
can just like get around the map extremely quick. And some of those like mobility characters are kind of tough for me to deal with. I'm not even gonna lie. Like when you're just bouncing all over the map, like the game's already hard enough with you have to put like 3 clips into somebody to kill them, but now I got to put
mhm.
like 10 clips into you because I probably missed most of my bullets because you're just speeding around the map. Yeah, it's gonna be a very frustrating character between that one and like Octane. Like, yeah, it's gonna be nuts. But yeah, man, just wanted to give a quick update on Apex Legends that is out now, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll see how that one goes. But you want to cover any more of your games before we move on to the news of the week?
Honestly, this week there isn't much noteworthy on my list. I'm excited for 2 weeks from now where we have the official release date of Subnautica.
Hmm.
That's the game that is gonna take up a lot of my time. Sadly, though, it's only early access, so it is gonna be a lot of trying to not beat the game and then have to wait for the next patch to drop.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. There's another game that I know that you'll probably spend a lot of time with in the next couple of weeks, and that's Forza Horizon 6. Comes out, I think, May 19th. So that's like right around the corner.
Day one Game Pass. It's gonna be quite a few hours. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, man. I'm looking forward to it. And we'll actually be talking about that game a little bit later on as well. But without further ado, let's go ahead and check out the industry news this week because we got some pretty interesting shit to cover. So let's take a look. All right, man. Kicking it off here with a very interesting one here. Fortnite will be issuing refund to players who bought content based on the singer-songwriter David. I'm going to assume that's how it's pronounced, but it's D4VD. Following his child murder and abuse charges. Yeah, I saw this come across and I'm like, okay, did not see this one fucking coming. But I'm glad that Fortnite's getting on top of it because, like, obviously they don't really want to be 100% associated with this kind of
Mhm.
person. And yeah, it's good to see that they're issuing the refunds. But yeah, man, what's your thoughts on this whole situation?
I think it's a good idea if like you're gonna give people the ability to like, oh, I paid for this, I supported this person, and I don't want my money to end up there. I'm glad to see that they're allowing people to just sell their or like get a refund for it.
Right. Yeah, so like a quick rundown of like the charges. This is his real name is David Anthony Burke. Is currently under arrest and charged with first degree murder, lewd and lascivious acts with a minor under 14, and mutilation of a body, following the discovery of a 14-year-old body that was in an impounded car registered to him. It's just like it's just disgusting, man. Like I just don't understand how people get to that point. But
Mhm.
nonetheless, tying it back to the gaming industry is just shout out for them to taking the right actions on this one. Well, yeah, man. Let's talk about some other highlights here. Actually, this is pretty exciting because we talked about the studio or the team behind the game was dissolved, but maybe it's coming back.
So, Digital Bros has acquired the IP rights for Wu Chang Fallen Feathers for around 4 million euros, which is interesting. So, this was developed by Lindsay and published by the group subsidiary 505 Games. It's a Soul like RPG, as everyone knows. I'm interested to see what happens here with Digital Bros buying this IP? Are they going to reboot the franchise? What's next? Because this game sold over 1 million copies. So like if it's $60 a pop, that's 60 million copies.
Right.
Like that's $60 million, which is pretty good, and it had over 130,000 concurrent users on Steam, which isn't bad.
Right. Yeah. I mean, this was a silent sleeper, and honestly, like I didn't get to play this one all the way through, but when this game was coming out, I was like, "Ooh, this is going to be a game that I want to buy and add to my collection just so I can have the physical copy." Because I just feel like it's just going to be one of those games that you should have in your collection. It did come to Game Pass day one, which was really nice, so I didn't have to crack open my physical version. But yeah, man, I'd be very curious to see what they do next. Whether they do a sequel or a prequel or just like a different story in general, or maybe a switch in genres, or however they want to do um with the world of Wu Chang.
Yeah, I'm interested because I liked Wu Chang and I
Hmm.
thought like this was a good game. I'm just surprised that it did end up just like getting let go like that.
It's always like these bigger companies that just have these like insane aspirations of like, oh, we need this game to sell 30 million copies. We need $300 million, and it's like, bro, you started an IP from scratch. It sold 1 million copies. Like you better you need to celebrate that kind of shit because like it's a smaller game.
Mhm.
Like we talk about it all the
This was a
time.
double A style game and we saw how successful it was. And it was kind of surprising when they were just like, yeah, what if we just don't?
Yeah, makes no sense. But no, so I'm glad to see that the IP was picked up by someone else. Just hopefully they do right by it.
Mhm.
All right, man. So let's talk about another studio that's being shut down. So Spiders, this is the game studio behind the games like Greedfall and Steel Rising. It is officially being shut down. The article that I have is completely in Spanish and whatnot, but yeah, it's just like everyone kind of seen the writing on the wall because like I think they had Greedfall 2. The All of their games that ever come out kind of just miss the mark in every possible aspect. So it's just like, yeah, when a game doesn't succeed multiple times, yeah, you're going to lead to failure and studio goes bye bye. What's your thoughts on the that studio shutting down?
Um, well, a lot of our things here seem to be the same thing. Like every time we talk about it, it's just a lot of times back and forth. We have these AAA, AA studios that are being run by big publishers or big parent companies that want to see them succeed, and their goal doesn't match the outcome. Like a lot of times these games aren't labors of love anymore. They're just projects that people have to work on. And like there was a recent quote in the industry that's like, if you expect to have a full career, expect to live, a 30-year career in game design working for a company, you've got the wrong idea what the industry's like. That's not what it is. Like if you join a AAA studio, you're looking to like you have to return returns that are just unheard of, and it's just silly. Whereas like we talk about things like indie games, double A games, single A games that have really low budgets to do really well.
Right. They push the industry forward. That's for
Hmm.
sure. All right, man. Last two topics in the industry news are two of your favorite topics to cover, and that's Nintendo and Sony. What is
Yeah.
happening in them?
So Nintendo just took down a channel recently, the Pokey YouTube channel or the Pokey National Geographic channel. So what happened was the owner of the channel was doing a Patreon to support his work. And the problem with that is when you're making money off of copyrighted content like this, it gets a little weird because it's one of those weird areas where Nintendo's just like no middle ground. Like if you're trying to make money off of a Pokemon IP and like making your own custom content as opposed to like maybe a let's play or something like that, it's it's when you're trying to write your own content into the world that it's Pokemon's like, hey, sorry, well, you can't be making money off this. So they, after several copyright strikes on YouTube, they finally got a cease and desist and a takedown.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like I was following a lot of this guy's content on Twitter. It was cool to see like a couple seconds short of like different Pokemon, but like if they were in the real world, like in our own
Mhm.
world, and I was like, yeah, this is pretty fucking cool. Like some of them like kind of creepy and scary. You're just like, oh fuck, like yeah, that might be intense to fucking see in real life. But yeah, man, I mean, maybe Nintendo's like, ooh, we like this idea. People apparently like it. Let's go and do it. Probably
Yeah.
not, but you
Uh,
know.
Honestly, with the way they're going, I could see it definitely happening. But let's talk about another legal battle. Sony recently lost their antitrust lawsuit over PlayStation digital game sales. They are forced to pay 7.85 million antitrust lawsuit to anyone who has bought a game on the PlayStation Digital Game Store. The reason for it is the class action claim that Sony blocked third-party retailers from selling digital download vouchers for PlayStation games starting in 2019. So you couldn't sell a download code outside of the Sony store like you can for like Nintendo, for example, or Microsoft, where or Steam, for example, where you can buy a key code not on their store, and so they could control the price of their game, not Sony. While Sony did not admit any wrongdoing, a court gave preliminary approval to the settlement in April 2026. So 4.4 million users who bought certain digital games on the PlayStation Store between April 2019 and December 2023 will get an automatic credit to their account.
I can't say I bought any digital games during that time frame on the PlayStation Store. I mean, but if I did, you know, I'll be on the lookout for my credit. I'm not sure. What about you, Roger? I know you had the PS5. Did you buy any of them digitally or anything?
No, I don't. I'm very rarely buying digital games unless I'm on Steam. That's the only place I'll ever like buy a digital game, and so I'm quick to avoid buying them from other stores because they're always overpriced.
Yeah,
There's never really any good deals on these stores.
yeah. All right, man. That is all the industry news this week. Any last comments or remarks before we move on to the gaming news?
Nope.
All right, man. Let's go ahead and take a look. See what we got with the gaming news. You know, you got to get those COD points, attorney. You definitely know that. Um, maybe I don't want to put the itinerary up on the screen. Maybe that'll help. First up is the Xbox related news. So interesting enough, obviously we know about like the rebranding and restructuring of like the whole Xbox portion of Microsoft. They're even taking it the next step further, and all of the Xbox employees are receiving at xbox.com email addresses. They can still opt out of it and still use the Microsoft one that they always had, but they'll still keep the alias. So like even if you do get the Xbox one and people still send you emails to your at the Outlook one or the Microsoft one, you'll still get your emails, which is nice. What's your thoughts on that little touch of just like rebranding, like just making it seem like Xbox is its own entity and not just being gobbled up by Microsoft?
I think it's weird because Xbox was never on its own. It was always Microsoft's. So I'm like, I think they're trying to distance themselves from bad publicity on behalf of Microsoft, and it's the ignorant consumer they're trying to take advantage of, I think, here.
Yeah. I mean, I think it'd be good though to like separate itself, like try to just like do things differently. You know what I mean? Like as opposed to just thinking that they can continue to go down the same path and have a completely different outcome at the end of the day. Because obviously
I
that's insanity. But I don't know. I mean,
I
it's
I,
very
I
minor.
don't
I don't think it's going to have a big impact. But you know,
I don't think that's it at all. I'm gonna disagree and just say I think it's Microsoft has bad publicity on and off, and so when the ignorant consumer doesn't take into recognition that Xbox is Microsoft at times, it's their way of getting that person to kind of break that link in their mind.
yeah, I get it. Yeah. Yeah. I'm definitely with you because there's a lot of backlash right now with like Microsoft, like how bad Windows is doing. all the data centers that they're trying to build and whatnot and build for AI and forcing
Yeah.
Copilot down people's throats. Like, yeah, I can definitely see where the bad connotation is. So they're just kind of like disconnecting. But like, I feel like the average consumer should know like Xbox and Microsoft is the same. But like you said, there
Yeah,
are
and
those
they
ignorant
always
ones,
have been.
right? So we'll see how that see how that all play out. That is pretty cool though. Moving on though to their financial report from quarter three fiscal year 2026 results. Basically everything's down as kind of expected at this point. Gaming revenue is down 7%, content services declined 5%, and Xbox hardware dropped off 33%. Um, but they still made a ton of money at the end of the day. Like that's the craziest part. I mean, I think they showed statistically like their games that they even released on PlayStation have like outsold PlayStation's games on PlayStation and actually have made them like $600 million or something like that. So it's like
Mhm.
Xbox is just fine. I just don't think they're hitting like their numbers that they are setting for themselves. I think that's part of the problem, which we kind of talked about before. Like some of these studios were given like a 30%, like you have to make 30% of your goal or your revenue. You're just like, well, that's not a realistic number. Make it 15 to 18% where it should be, and now you're gonna now you're gonna reach goal and actually be positive. So yeah, that was just a quick highlight on the financial report. This isn't like a real big one, but we'll see here in a couple of months. And then obviously with the big Xbox event in June next month, I can't believe that's June already, and later year after the holidays. But quick updates on some of their games. I'm not sure if you even saw this one or not, but Wasteland had this bug on the Xbox store where like you could snag it for free. It was marked the whole way down to $0, but every time that you would accept or get claim it, it wouldn't work. And then come to find out, like that was a bug to begin with. Like the game shouldn't have been marked down free at all. But
No.
what
No way.
what NXL did was like, hey, we understand that this remastered copy had some issues. It was free, shouldn't have been free, but people who claimed it can't have access to it. They ended up giving the game to the people for free, like the actual
There
full
you go.
license and stuff like that. So, that was some good PR there for Xbox. But stick around, just some good stuff, man. Some loyalty stuff. So we talk about Forza Horizon 6 coming out right around the corner, and they do have a loyalty reward. So if you've played Forza Horizon 4 or 5, you will receive bonus cars. So you get the like
Cool.
2021 Mercedes AMG one and the 2016 Aston Martin Vulcan. So that's pretty cool. You know, rewarding them for just continue to come back and play their games. I like it. All right, man. Two last things here, just software related. So on the PC, the Xbox mode, aka what was the Xbox full screen experience that first debuted on the Rogue Ally, is officially being rolled out to Windows 11's PCs, bringing the console-inspired Xbox experience to more players than ever. So basically, when you like boot up the Xbox app, like that's the only thing that you should need then if you're playing games because you can like have access to your Steam library, playing the games. You can do games on the store, do games on the Game Pass, like, and all the sounds, and you can control it with the controller as well. Like you don't have to use a mouse and keyboard if you want that console experience on your PC. So
Mhm.
you know it's just
So
nice.
Steam big picture mode?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's basically what it was. Yeah, yep,
So they did the thing that already existed to do the thing?
yep. You got it.
Well well, maybe their big picture mode will be better than Steam's, and maybe they'll give VR support that's better than Steam's, and maybe a reason to use it.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, big picture mode is already garbage enough.
Yeah, I mean, I love it on the handheld. Like, I think that on at least on that platform, it makes sense and it works really well. But like on
Yeah.
PC, like I don't know how useful it'll be. But I mean, if it makes the experience easier and user friendly for like the average consumer, that could be a huge plus. But like me and you, like where I would say we're more of like an advanced user. Like we may not even need that or even use it. But maybe it makes the Xbox app better because we both know how terrible both Game Bar
And
and the app is on PC.
yeah, and honestly, it's just for the mobile first approach that Microsoft is aiming for now. Like, and you can talk about the Rogue Ally here in a second, but
Right, yeah, that was the other thing that was getting a pretty big update. Um, they added new docking improvements, super wideband stereo voice, upgraded vibration technology, and automatic super resolution enters the Xbox Insider program for the Xbox Rogue Ally. And that's huge, man. Like all that AI, like this is what AI could truly be used for is help like upscale the resolution of your games, especially like on the handheld experience. Like it's already only going to be like 720 to 1080p, but if it finds a way to be able to upscale to 1440p, or even if it's in dock mode to upscale it to 4K, kind of like how the Switch handles it as well. Um,
Mhm.
this is a huge winner, and it just makes my handheld, my Xbox Ally, even more valuable. Especially like I bought it for like when I travel. I didn't buy it to like really play it at home. So like if I
Yeah.
travel with this, obviously I can run it in the car. But when I get to my in laws' house, like they always have an extra TV, I can dock it and be playing like if I was playing at home.
Yeah.
And I think that's a really cool experience to have.
No, I agree. And like, so what I was getting at before I wanted you to segue over to the ally is the idea here is now they're trying to build, I think, a unifying experience where on the ally you have the same experience on PC as that you're going to have on this device, and it's going to be that big picture forward sort of concept.
Right. And it just going forward too, like with Project Helix, where it's supposed to be like this PC console hybrid, like having this full Xbox mode is basically what you're going to be running the Xbox Helix in. You can exit
Hmm.
out of it if you really want to treat it as like this PC version, or if you want to play those PC games like World of Warcraft or any of these other like PC exclusive games where you could only play it obviously on the PC. Now you'll be able to play it on your console as well.
Hmm.
So it'd be really
Yeah.
cool to see how this really plays out, and just like having access to all your other like down your launchers and stuff. Because like I don't know about you, like obviously I don't use Epic Game the launcher that often, but I still go in there like every week and claim their free games just cause. And like my library on there is getting to be pretty fucking dope.
Hmm.
And it's like, man, if I ever want to check out one of these games that I can't have access to on my Xbox or something like that, or don't want to buy it, here it is. And the same thing with Steam. I mean, it would be pretty cool to play on my console, Peak, because Peak is, to my knowledge, only on PC. It's like playing games like that on my own console without having to come over here that often. Yeah, I think it's a win-win for me. But real
Yeah.
quick, the chat, internally very useful, and there's a gaming lounge downtown Philly, and they all use full screen Steam. Yeah, exactly. You play loads faster and launches game faster than Epic. Yeah, damn.
Hmm.
But yeah, Roger, what's your thoughts on the Rogue Xbox Ally update for this month?
I think it's nice that they're giving that they have good support for this, that like they got this third party going, and they're actually keeping it going, and they're not just like, okay, we got it out there, enjoy your device, but what about updates? Enjoy your device.
No, honestly, that's one of the big things. Like, I think them releasing the ROG Xbox Ally, like this was their test bed. What can they
Hmm.
do with this device, and like how can they translate it to PC and the next console? And that's where they've been doing a lot of these like different updates and whatnot, which has been really awesome. But on top of that, man, like we've been seeing a lot of updates roll out for PC and a ton for console, which we have been rarely seeing there for the longest. And it's like Asha Sharma like came in and was just like, "Yo, can we take care of our own fucking shit or what? Or are we just going to keep pushing our players away?"
Hmm.
And ever since she's come in, she's all these fucking updates have been rolling out, like good quality of life, like big time updates. You're just like, you know what? This is good. This is good for Xbox. Finally, some good PR without stepping on a rake. Yet.
You say that.
You're right. But yeah, man, that's all the Xbox news I got for you this week. But no Nintendo news this week. But what's happening in the PlayStation realm?
All right, so first and foremost, PlayStation gave an official statement on the thing we had last week about DRM. So this is in relation to new games entering the Sony store. So players can continue to access and play their purchased games as usual. There is a one-time online check that is required to confirm the game's license, which no further check-ins are required. This has been reported on all new PlayStation Store purchases made before March 2026 to appear to be unaffected, whereas the other ones after March 2026 may be affected. So It's Sony says players can continue to just use their things as usual. They just need to check in. So like if you somehow have uh a copy of the game loaded into another PlayStation maybe or something, you just have to log into the internet one time to make sure that the license is still valid and that you didn't like jack your console's hard drive and load this game into it.
Right. Yeah, this is really funny. Obviously, I threw this article in here, or more like um a tweet, I guess. But there's this like clip from 12 years ago of Xbox being mocked for their DRM because they everyone was like,
Hmm.
"Ha ha, this is wrong." Like this is PlayStation literally up on stage. I'm not putting the video up right now, but it's just like PlayStation literally mocked Xbox for trying to do this 12 years ago when the Xbox One came out, and now they're doing
And
the
the
exact same
and
thing.
Xbox walked it back.
Yeah, exactly. Xbox walked it back. You know, they listened to the consumer. All right,
But
guys,
this
whatever.
was that was for Xbox and digital and physical CDs, I thought.
Well, that was the other one too. Like they had two
Yeah,
separate things because like they were trying to
yeah,
transition to like this digital thing, but they wanted you to
yeah.
either have like an always online connection, but then always like to check in like to confirm like the license and stuff like that. Um, so but yeah, I just thought that was funny. It's like everything that Xbox did or tried to announce during the Xbox One era that got frowned upon, laughed at, like bullied for. Everybody else is now doing it.
And the thing is, like, there were things that Microsoft did that were still like, no, that wasn't okay at the time. And I'm not like Sony right now, I'm not saying is a terrible idea. Like this thing with checking for your license, it's an anti-piracy measure, and it's not like, the DRM stuff we see on PC right now that all these developers are doing that actually are crippling their games.
Right. Like 2K here, like they're going to be doing the same thing here. It says 2K Games and Denuvo reportedly retaliates with mandatory 14-day online check-ins. So affected
Hmm.
titles is like the NBA 2K 2025, 2026, Marvel's Midnight Sun. They all now require an internet connection to renew an activation token. Failure to
Which is
check in.
insane.
Right. Says failure to check in prevents the game from launching even for offline single player modes. And it's just like it's further going down this path of like the like game preservation that we always talk about. It's
Mhm.
like games should be able to be played offline. Like I don't obviously multiplayer games shouldn't be able to be played offline, but like if it has a single player aspect to it, you should never need to check in online. So, yeah, man. So that's
All
something
right.
that they definitely got to get situated.
All right. So next up, PlayStation monthly games of May are EA Sports FC 26, Wu Chang Fallen Feathers, and Nine Souls. And then if you are looking at the classics catalog, Wild Arms 4 is being brought from the classic catalog to the PlayStation. And then there are a few other things going on here that are a little weird. Uh Sony has increased the price of their refurbished PS5 Slim console, which is insane to me that they're doing this. Like by $100. It doesn't take $100 to refurb these consoles. Like, what are we fucking talking about? They should be able to eat this price increase on basic materials that a lot of the time they already have.
All right, so you sold the console on full price. You got the console back for some reason. You fix it up, spent $2 to fix it, and now you're reselling it for basically the same price that it initially sold for. So you're double dipping.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw this and was just like, this is asinine and absolutely disgusting.
Yep. Nope. Console prices were pricing people out of the market. And lastly here, let's move off of Sony just so we don't get too mad about the
Hmm.
whole situation. Some good console news. If you're excited for a dumbass looking controller, Steam is launching their controller on May 4th tomorrow, and it is going to be $99 and it does not look great.
The ergonomics like hurt my hands without
Or
even touching them.
ergonomics. What's ergonomics?
You know how far you have to reach up your fucking controller to do anything.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Like I'm just like this is silly. It's a
You
pretty
couldn't
bad
have put
looking
those
controller.
trackpads on the back of the controller?
Yeah, that's where I'm at. Like
I feel like
there
that
you
would have
could
made
have done
sense. Like,
something. Something.
or do what PlayStation did. Like that whole top bar of the controller is a touchpad.
Mhm.
I, yeah, yeah. When they first revealed this, I was like, yeah, this is terrible. There's no way that they move forward with this thing.
Oh,
Yep,
they move forward with this thing. Oh,
comes out tomorrow for $100.
wow.
That thing
Yeah.
should cost no more than $35. Come on, man.
Yeah, it looks pretty bad.
Yeah.
So that's that's that. So we have just some weird news, dude. I don't know where a game is going, but all right, Vic, tell us about the Blood of Dawnwalker.
Yeah, man, it got its release date revealed. This is a game that's on my radar for sure. This one comes out September 3rd, 2026 for PS5, the Xbox console, and Series X and X. Get the trailer up on screen, Roger. I'm not sure if you kind of remember this game or not. This was revealed, I think, either at the Game Awards or Summer Games Fest, possibly. It's like this medieval, like vampire style game. I don't know. It looks
Hmm.
really fucking cool. Like the gameplay that we've been getting from it. Um, like you could turn into a fucking werewolf, basically. I don't know. It's different in a way. I'm very curious to see how it really plays. Like I'm in kind of like on board with some of these games, especially playing through like Crimson Desert right now. That's been a lot of fun, but this seems like up its alley in a way because like just the fantasy aspect of it. This is more vampire. The other one, Crimson Desert's not, but maybe they do the vampire thing better than um Xbox did with Redfall. If for those
Hmm.
that don't remember, but yeah, this was just the I think the trailer that they put together. I'm just gonna skim through it. Yeah, this was the trailer for it. The Blood of the Dawnwalker. Eh, So a game that's definitely on my radar. We'll see though. By the end of the year, we'll see what we'll be playing by then. All right, Roger, give us a quick update on Arc Raiders, man.
Yeah, so Arc Raiders in time for summer is launching their big summer update. So you're getting a new map called Riven Tides. There's a new enemy called the Arc Turbine, and then there's a new game mode with a metal detector. You dig through sand for resources, and then there's gameplay updates, durability rework, ammo changes, and progression tweaks. From what I understand, is there's a big issue right now where it's really easy to get a lot of these weapons and items, and so they're pushing players towards a more PvP focused mindset, which just interesting what they're doing. At least they're keeping this game live, especially since they're trying to make it a live service game, trying to make sure that they have regular updates.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be really important. And also part of this is like apparently they want to also have like a mode that's more like PvE focused as well because like not everyone wants to go in and have to worry about fighting other players because that part of the game can be extremely toxic. Hence like marathon, right? We were trying to play through marathon, but like that player versus player content was like making the game like not like you don't want to play this game because as soon as you load in, these other players are out just hunting you and you die like instantly. And you're just like, well, I did all that for nothing. Where like if I can play through some missions, maybe run into some other players, but you don't have to fucking get into combat with them. Maybe even work together would be pretty fucking cool. But yeah, I mean, I haven't played Arc Raiders yet, so I don't know how it really plays in comparison to Marathon. But yeah, man, I do agree that it's cool to see another big update for this game because that's what's going to keep this kind of game alive is constant
Hmm.
updates and like big meaningful updates as well, not like small incremental shit like Battlefield. Like that's why Battlefield has died. All right, man. So next topic here. Um, so this is more or less a rumor at this point, but a lot of people are kind of backing this up. But it says Xbox goes viral as guy from GameStop said Xbox is selling out everywhere because GTA 6 is about to come out and we're hearing GTA will be on Game Pass, which apparently costed them about $1 billion to make this happen. Um, that would be absolutely insane. I mean, I've been hearing the rumblings for a while that Xbox at least got the marketing rights to the game. I think
Hmm.
that would already be huge. But like, if you bring this game to Game Pass, which we already know, like they already have a good partnership with Rockstar because they've been bringing GTA 5 in and out of Game Pass for many years now. And
Hmm.
dude, like if they bring the Game Pass, like that would go crazy in my
That's
opinion.
cool.
Yeah. Like I'd be curious to see like the influx on Game Pass users just to get GTA. You know,
Hmm.
I'd be very curious to see how that plays out. Yeah, but what's your thoughts? Would you be excited to see GTA 6 on Game Pass?
It's not going to affect me because it's not coming to PC, and I don't really play on an Xbox.
Yeah,
So
that's
I
true.
would I would be one of the people who would have to go buy an Xbox.
Yeah, that's fair. Or buy a Series S or even the handheld, and then you might have a. Actually, no, the handheld I don't think would work either because that's a PC based. So yeah, you'd have
Mm.
to get the Series S if you want to go cheap. But yeah, man. All right, man. Tell me about Where Winds Meet. I know this is your big time game. What do we have to look forward
Yes.
to?
So supposedly, people are believing that Where Winds Meet could be coming here soon to Xbox because when this game dropped, it was an exclusive for only for Sony. Well, at this point, there's a chance that if that 6 month exclusivity runs out, what consoles would it come to next? Because it's on PC right now, but
Hmm.
does it come to Xbox?
Right. And it says the 6 months, and like it puts it right at May 14th. So like we could see an imminent announcement and release of Where Winds
Hmm.
Meet. And that'd be pretty cool, man. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I could play that more just because like I
Hmm.
prefer to play on my Xbox more than anything. Um, and like obviously I have it on the PS5. I played it a little bit there, and I played it on my handheld, and I think I may have checked that out on Steam. I don't remember what where all I
Yeah.
played it at, but I didn't play a ton of it. But I mean, if it's on Xbox, it just makes it that much easier for me.
Hmm.
All right, man. Moving on here. A couple more topics here. This one kind of came out of left field because I mean, like, I didn't think we needed another one, but The Walking Dead Aftermath was announced, and it's a new game. It's coming out. It says the world ended. The struggle for survival didn't. The Walking Dead Aftermath is coming. Step into a broken world where every supply run could be your last. Fight alongside iconic survivors. Build your camp. Face the dead and the living. This summer, your fight begins. So it's another Walking Dead game. Most of them are pretty bad. I don't think I've really have ever seen any good Walking Dead games outside of the Telltale games. Obviously, we know how good those were, but
Hmm.
every other style Walking Dead game that has ever came out has been god awful, and I played most of them just because like I've always been a Walking Dead fan, and just
Hmm.
it's such an easy IP to make a game for, but for some reason they can't make a game that is good. Like I can't, I don't get it. All right, man. Let's move on here. So we got Ubisoft. This was a quick update on one of their most recent games that came to the handheld market. But this is the Tom Clancy's the Division Resurgence, and this is
Hmm.
now available for free and early access on PC through the Ubisoft Connect app. This has come explore a brand new Division campaign set between the events of the first and second game. Previously only available on handheld, but it's now available on PC. And it's a very interesting thing. Like, how often do we see like mobile first games come to the PC or console market like that? Like, why didn't
Hmm.
you just make the game for PC, console, and mobile to begin with? Like, I'm genuinely confused on that. Um, I have it downloaded. I just haven't had a chance to check it out on my phone. But I mean, now that it's on PC, I think that might be the way better
Hmm.
option of playing it because like I am not a big fan of playing PC mobile games, but now that this is coming to PC, that'll be a much better experience. But what's your thoughts? You willing to check this one out? It's free.
No,
No.
I got too much going on.
Nah, yeah, I hear
It's
you.
it's finding time to play these games is the problem.
Yeah, and it's always coming down to like what game stands out more that you're willing to invest that time into.
Hmm.
And that's why like I really put Crimson Desert on the back burner because Pragmata was so fucking good. I was just like, I don't want to play anything else. Like this game is really fucking good. Like Crimson Desert has been fun and good as well, but like it's nowhere near Pragmata.
They're different games. They're wholly different. They're structurally different.
Right. All right, man. The last little bit of news here is Star Wars related. I'll kick it off here with the Fortnite aspect of this one. So they have this new like course like connection partnership between Fortnite and Disney for all of their Star Wars. But it says Lucasfilm has revealed how user generated content will play into future Star Wars, whether the studio will bring Legends skins to the new Fortnite experience as well. Let me get the trailer up on screen. I thought it was pretty cool to see some of these like game modes and whatnot. I mean, it's basically like you're playing like Star Wars Battlefront, but in Fortnite in some of the experiences. And I'm like, who would have thought like how well this really works and how good it fucking looks. But this has become powerful heroes. Like that reminds me of just playing Battlefront. Um, all the force abilities for the heroes, and then they have this like droid tycoon um game as well. So you're like you're building all these different droids and trying to sell them and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. This is Master Your Galaxy Galactic Workshop. Collect all the droids and whatnot. And then this one looks really fucking badass. This is I believe it like Escape Vader or something like that. So it's like almost like this horror, like intense, like let me get away or I'm gonna get fucked up
Hmm.
by Vader. But yeah, man, those are three of the games that just launched here on May 1st. We do got Star Wars Day right around the corner on May 4th as well. So I'm very curious to
Tomorrow.
see what else. Yeah, I guess it is tomorrow. See what other games that they do announce, whether we do get the new Jedi game or what new content comes to Fortnite. But yeah, man, what's the other Star Wars news that we got to round out this week's news?
Yeah, so our newest Star Wars racing game got another trailer here, and with us knowing the release date is October 6th, it's just right around the corner. So it was just to hype people up here, but I'm really excited for this. Honestly, I'm more excited for this than I am Forza.
Oh wow, okay. I
Hmm.
mean, it does look really fucking good. I'm not even gonna hold you. And like, just thinking back, like how much time I invested into Star Wars Racer, the pod racing game back in the day on the N64.
Hmm.
And later I actually got it for the I think Xbox is what I ended up playing it on. They brought it back, but yeah, man, it's really cool to see like how you're going to be able to like customize like your speeder because like they took it more than just pod racing. Like you're building speeders. You can build a pod racer if you really want because they are still fast. But I'm just be curious to see like what is the range of the customization in these games. But yeah, like you said, comes out on October 6th, and this right here, I want it. That fucking steelbook looks sexy. So is this a game you pick up on PC or are you getting us on the PS5 or
That's a weird question to ask a guy who almost
so
exclusively plays on PC.
yeah, I know. I wasn't sure like what is that collector's is that steelbook enough to for you
No,
to waver.
no, it's not worth the waste of the money.
I gotcha. Cool, man. Yeah, so we got a lot of exciting stuff to look forward to. That's definitely for sure. And we're going to be finding out a ton more news next month, like with the Xbox, the Summer Games Fest, like all the different events. Because like we're still looking forward to Gears of War, the Halo, and Fable, and all these other games that are supposed to be coming out. Wolverine from PlayStation. You know,
Hmm.
there's definitely lots to look forward to. So it's going to be hopefully a fun and exciting back half of the year. I can't believe the first half of the year is almost over. Well, yeah, man. Any last comments or remarks before we close out this week's episode?
No, thank you all for joining us, and have a wonderful rest of your day.
Heck yeah, man. We do want to thank everyone who came through and checked us out live today here on Twitch, and anyone who does check us out later on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you may listen to us at. But, Roger, where can the community find you, man?
I'll be here on the Press Start podcast.
And of course, everyone, you can check me out at Twitter at Mr. Never Chillin underscore. Facebook is Vic Brubacher for any questions, concerns, if you want to come on the show. If you want a game, hit me up on Xbox at X Never Space Chillin. PlayStation is VBrew24. And follow me on Twitch, man. Twitch.tv/ Mr. Never Chillin. It's where I've been doing a lot of my live pack openings. I also been going live on my TikTok, so make sure you drop me a follow over there. And if anybody's interested in buying some cards, I do sell over on Collects, so be sure to check me out there. But we do want to thank everyone again. Until next time, peace.
Press Start Podcast.